Righto, Telly there champs. Now today I want to talk about this thing here. Yes, this is a laptop with two screens and it's one awesome device. It is the Zenbook Duo, which is a dual screen Ultrabook, 14-inch Ultrabook. And I've actually had this laptop since last year, can you believe it? And yes, I have already made a video on this when I, connected to an RTX 3080, the new one. I'll leave a link in the description to that. But I just want to give you my thoughts on this laptop. And this is a long-term review because this laptop has been floating around the house as a general use laptop. I love it, the girlfriend loves it, and my mate, he lusts after this. He actually has the Zenbook 14, just the Ryzen version that doesn't have two screens. This is just for general sort of, computing use. That's what these Ultrabooks are for. They're not for, heavy duty tasks. Although you can do heavy duty tasks if you connect an eGPU, and you can actually even game on this thing. So I'm going to refresh the specs here. So 14-inch Ultrabook with two displays. Comes with Intel's 11th generation CPU, so it is an Evo certified laptop, 1165 G7. You can get the MX450 in this, don't bother. Just stick with the Intel graphics, that's fine. Two display options, 1080p displays. One is touch, one is not. It is 400 nits brightness. The brightness is perfect, no problems. It reaches that 400 nits and it is 100% sRGB, pretty much reaches that as well. Of course, it has two displays. The secondary display is a 12.65 inch 1920 by 515 touch display. You can use a stylus on that. And actually the touch 14 inch display, you can actually use a pen on that as well. You can get up to 32 gigs LPDDR4X, up to 1 terabyte SSD, PCI Express 3. The great thing about this is the ports. Two Thunderbolt 4s, Wolf. That's what I love about this thing. HDMI 1.4. We have a normal USB type A, but it is 3.2. Micro SD card reader and an audio combination jack. 70 watt hour battery, and the battery life is really good on this. You would think with two displays, the battery life is not going to be good. I could get up to, sort of 10 hours sort of general use. So battery life, awesome. 65 watt power adapter, 1.57 kilos. So we're talking about 3.5 pounds, around that sort of mark there. You might think that's a little bit heavy, but it is 14 inch. It's not 13 inch, right? And it does have that bigger battery. So what is it like to use this laptop? As I said, it's been floating around the house as a general use laptop. I've been using it for research. My girlfriend picks it up. She's just got to do something on there. Just general web surfing, stuff like that. Nothing heavy duty. A bit of Football Manager. I can't lie there. I always play Football Manager on my laptops. And yeah, I have no complaints. I pick up this more than I pick up my Mac or XPS just because they're sort of like work laptops, When I want to do video editing, sort of serious stuff, I'll pick up those laptops. But those laptops, I sort of set myself up, right? They're bigger laptops. I'll get me, stable table out, and yes, I'm going to do some video editing, blah, blah, blah. If I just need general use, web surfing or something like that, I pick up this all the time. As I said, the battery life's great. The display's nice. The main display is a bit brighter than, the secondary display, but that dual display has been genuinely useful. Yes, for real. Especially when I've been researching, looking up stuff, just researching stuff for the YouTube channel. It's always good to be able to, put stuff on another display, and it's been handy for that. The keyboard's good, it sort of lifts up. Trackpad's on the right hand side, you've got to get used to that. And the keyboard is low, usually where the trackpad is. So it's a bit weird in that way. The performance is good. What do you expect with these 11th gen parts? I just stuck it in its sort of quiet mode or, balance mode. You'll hardly hear the fans when you do that. Except when I was gaming Football Manager. You can put it in this performance mode, you get maybe an extra 10 watts or whatever, but it's not worth it for the fan noise for me. And yes, you could do something like video edit and stuff like that. It's not ideal for that sort of thing. But of course, again, you can hook up that eGPU and you've seen it. And yes, I was playing God of War on this even without the eGPU. Low settings, you can play games low settings if you really want to. These aren't gaming laptops. Just be clear there. But you can game, especially something like Fortnite. You'll be able to get a decent gaming experience out of it. With the eGPU on, Wolf. Now it's in beast mode and you can do pretty much anything, right? Game AAA titles. You can video edit the latest 6K, 8K stuff, no problems. If you have that eGPU connected. Now, would I buy this thing? Well, no. You know why? Because I would actually buy the normal Zenbook, the Zenbook OLED, or if you wait, there's actually a new Zenbook 14 coming out and this thing has 12th generation CPUs and OLED. But in saying that, my girlfriend and my friend, they would die for this laptop. They just love the dual display, but my girlfriend, she likes the touch bar on the Mac. So yeah, each to their own. But if you can pick this up, especially on a deal now, I would definitely pick one of these up. I actually would like to see the OLED displays in this model, because pretty much everything they use is OLED now with the Zenbooks. So I'd definitely be wanting to get a deal on one of these, and they're pretty inexpensive for what they are. So anyway, catch you in the next one, guys. Tally ho.